So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Right, 54. Time to go. Night. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. X3. 218. Chopper. Get it.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play call, and you go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Watch the safety creep. Check 13. Check 13. Tighten up. Shoot.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 bar. Kill. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Check. Go.
Hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Watch the out. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Out. Lee Griffin.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
ready. Blue ready. 51 to mine. Look at me. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On play action, Winston. Catch made by Slayton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They were looking for Marshall that time. He's had it again. Charles, he had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Michelle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 9, check 9. Check. Lucky. Hey, rock it. Look at me, zipper. 7.
Michelle going to try again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Bravo.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. SOS. Hey, lock it. SOS. Ready.
Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Switch. Go.
They'll run with Marshall. Rumbling past the 30. And he's into the clear. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
Gain of 55 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Hey, I-7.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone. The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get the ball. Small.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Roll out. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 50. Check 50. Shit. Hey, Sam off. Watch out. Buzz.
They're going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Bomber, 22-jet bomber. Hit it.
On the ground, Michel. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Let's go. 60 out, Law.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Check out route.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Quick to edge. Quick to edge. Go, go. Check three. Check
Big grip.
They'll run on first down. Powers, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
Hey, come on, now. Hey, tight end's right.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
57. Watch the screen.
Look at me. Door.
Check 99. Check 99. Showing it.
49. Check 49. 50. Let's go.
Back to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, Steve. Here I come.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And a 49er first down.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Marshall. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, team 6. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 37. Check 37.
Protein spill. Five.
Off the play fake. Johnson. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go, baby.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
54. Watch 54. You go night-night. Don't go night-night. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Leo.
10. Tight dog.
Go.
Check. Shift. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Hey, Echo.
Spot 4.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah. Probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Come on, set. 60 outlaws.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Powers. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
Hey, Charlie. Hey.
Coming to you.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Go.
And here's Marshall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready. 8-3. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, X3. 218. Chopper. Steve Griffin.
This is Marshall. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Back. Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to throw. Johnson. And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Go.
51 to Mike. Not today.
Go.
Now Marshall. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
General West.
Sponge. No.
But I...
52. Slam.
Slide.
Now Johnson off the play fake. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own, and to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
I'm coming.
Now.
Johnson going to throw again. That's complete to Slayton. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, I said.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Shift. Hey, watch it.
Hey, lock it.
Watch twist. Watch
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 48 yards. Well, they were backed up deep in their own territory. Not anymore.
This works really well when you play a defense that's an attack type of defense that comes after you, wants the football. Sometimes you use their aggressiveness against them.
On the ground, this is Michel. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
No. Pilot, 64, weak.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch the screen. Watch the safety creep. Check 13. Check 13. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Hit it.
And they will run it with Michel. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michel. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Check, 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 check. Twenty-two jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Let's
Five.
Here we go. Mike 7, Mike 7.
Hey, let's get some pass.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Check, 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 check.
Here we go with Michel. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Drop deep, drop deep. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing.
Greystone, Travis. Snap.
They'll run on 1st down. Marshall. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Protein spill. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now, hang on a moment here. Marshall's in some pain. Still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Go.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and of course this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week, It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Niners, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for New England, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag.